Hello, people, and welcome to the Counterfactual Stories YouTube channel. Today, we will talk about one very interesting topic, and that is how are related cars and chess. But before we start, as always, don't forget to press subscribe button. As a longtime fan of a game of chess, I have always been fascinated by the personalities and stories of the players who have made their mark on the sport. Over the years, I have learned about many of the greats and in their accomplishments. But I recently stumbled upon a lesser known aspect of the history of chess: the tragic car accidents that have befallen some of the game's most promising players. In 1901, German chess master Johannes von Mickwitz took his own life by stepping in front of the streetcar in Beibrich. Then, in 1929, Czech player Richard Reti was hit by a streetcar in Prague. Though he survived the initial accident, Reti developed a scarlet fever while in the hospital and ultimately passed away. Fast forward to 1937, when American chess master Hermann Steiner was on his way back to Hollywood from the annual North-South chess match. Tragically, Stein's car collided head-on with another vehicle, killing his passenger. Dr. Robert B. Griffith, who was a well-known physician in the Hollywood film industry, and the driver of the other car, was critically injured in the accident. The following year, three women who had just returned from the US Open chess tournament in Boston were involved in a car wreck. Their vehicle skidded in a slippery pavement and crashed into a telegraph pole. Though thankfully, none of the women were seriously injured. One of the most devastating accidents occurred in the 1940 when Harold Morton, the several-time New England chess champion, died in a car crash in Iowa. His passenger, Al Horowitz, was seriously injured in the accident. The two men had been traveling together to give tandem simultaneous chess exhibition across the country. Other notable accidents including the theft of the tournament director's car during the US Championship in the 1940s and the car crash the Argentinian player Hermann Filink was involved in on his way to Los Angeles to compete in the Pan American Chess Congress. Pinnick and two other occupants of the car were hospitalized with broken bones. In July 1955, Nancy Roos, a prominent American player, was in a car accident just before the US Women's Championship. She sustained spinal injuries, but thankfully was able to recover and went on to win the championship a few months later. One of the most infamous accidents involving Bobby Fischer and Gilbert Ramirez. After the 1957 US Junior Championship, the two players were riding home together with some other participants when their car kept breaking down. Eventually, it broke down completely and had to be abandoned. The hot desert temperatures and lack of air conditioning led to arguments between Fischer and Ramirez, which ultimately resulted in a fistfight. Ramirez blackened Fischer's eye, and Fischer beat Ramirez on the arm. Other notable accidents including the car crash that killed chess expert Glenn Hartleb and injured Norman Whitaker and a 16-year-old boy in 1961, the car accident that injured Grandmaster Larry Evans' wife in 1972, and the 1977 crash that left Viktor Korchnoi with a broken hand and other injuries. While it's certainly tragic that these talented chess players were involved in such accidents, their stories serve as a reminder of the inherent dangers of driving and the importance of being cautious on the road. It is my hope that by sharing their stories, we can help to prevent future accidents and assure the safety of all road users. I hope you like this episode. Don't forget to press subscribe button and see you very soon. Bye.